Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan is one of the most influential singer-songwriters of the 20th century whose career began in the early 1960s with songs that chronicled social and political issues. Synopsis. Folk rock singer-songwriter Bob Dylan was born Robert Allen Zimmerman on May 24, 1941, in Duluth, Minnesota. While attending college, he began performing folk and country songs, taking the name Bob Dylan. In 1961, Dylan signed his first recording contract and emerged as one of the most original and influential voices in the history of American popular music. Showing no signs of slowing down, Dylan has continued to tour in recent years and release studio albums including Together Through Life, 2009, Tempest, 2012, Shadows in the Night, 2015, and Fallen Angels, 2016. The legendary singer-songwriter has received Grammy, Academy and Golden Globe Awards, as well as the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Nobel Prize for Literature. Early life. Folk rock singer-songwriter Bob Dylan was born Robert Allen Zimmerman on May 24, 1941, in Duluth, Minnesota, to parents Abram and Beatrice Zimmerman. He and his younger brother David were raised in the community of Hibbing, where he graduated from Hibbing High School in 1959. Driven by the influences of early rock stars like Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis and Little Richard, whom he used to imitate on the piano at high school dances, the young Dylan formed his own bands, including the Golden Chords, as well as a group he fronted under the pseudonym Illston Gun. While attending the University of Minnesota in Minneapolis, he began performing folk and country songs at local cafes, taking the name Bob Dylan. Despite a popular myth to the contrary, the pseudonym was not inspired by Welsh poet Dylan Thomas, who he later professed to dislike, but by the main character from the popular Western television series Gunsmoke. Folk singing. In 1960, Bob dropped out of college and moved to New York, where his idol, the legendary folk singer Woody Guthrie, was hospitalized with a rare hereditary disease of the nervous system. He visited with Guthrie regularly in his hospital room, became a regular in the folk clubs and coffee houses of Greenwich Village, met a host of other musicians, and began writing songs at an astonishing pace, including Song to Woody, a tribute to his ailing hero. In the fall of 1961, after one of his performances received a rave review in the New York Times, he signed a recording contract with Columbia Records, at which point he legally changed his surname to Dylan. Released early in 1962, Bob Dylan contained only 2 original songs, but showcased Dylan's gravelly voice singing style in a number of traditional folk songs and covers of blues songs.